Hi guys, welcome back to the latest video. Today we are covering chapter 300 of My Hero Academia. Reaching chapter 300 in any manga is a huge milestone at that, and of course, Horikoshi made sure that we would have a phenomenal chapter to read. So, starting off in the chapter, it shows the villains roaming around the city, and we see that they caused a complete panic among the citizens, and that this existence of the Nomu have only been adding to the chaos that's been unfolding. We learn from the narration that the citizens have been living in fear since the rumors of Nomu first appeared, and that the fear and anxiety building from this existence of the Nomu has finally exploded. The next panel shows a villain rampaging in Shinjuku area and attacking citizens for money. The citizens, to our surprise, are seen fighting back using support items. We've never seen these citizens fight back before. Usually a hero is always there to save the day. The hero Wash then was shown on screen to come up and protect the citizens from this rampage. But the narration explains that what Redestro meant by the seed has been planted, which he referenced in chapter 298. He meant that the citizens are now trying to rely on themselves rather than the heroes. This is extremely significant. Society seems to have lost their faith in heroes, and the seed of distrust and lack of belief in the hero society is seeming more evident now than ever. The narration continues and explains the issue, of course, is that these citizens have never had any training on how to properly fight against villains or use support weapons, and this ended up causing huge damage to the city. They're hurting their own city by trying to fight back. And unfortunately, after the hero Wash saved the citizens, we see him being scolded by the citizens for helping them. Society is quite flipped on its back in this current state. What we see here is something that's been unprecedented. A hero is being scolded for saving citizens, for doing his job. The heroes are now looked at negatively by the general public. The narration, which plays a large role in this chapter to show us insight into everything, continues, and it says that the number of heroes has decreased significantly, which is bad news for society. In the next panel, we see the number 9 hero, Yorimusha, announcing his retirement, and all the while, the citizens are having disdain towards him. They're happy that he's retiring. And we unfortunately see Yorimusha. He says internally that all he wanted was to be appreciated by those he's saving. This is truly heartbreaking. Imagine spending your entire life devoted to something, to being a hero, just for it all to be nothing in a day, to suddenly be hated by those you've been trying to save. Quite terrible. Building from the last chapters, we see that the amount of heroes quitting and changing work is simply continuing. For the first time in the world that once was so peaceful, people truly ask, what is the meaning of these heroes they look up to? On this panel, we can see All Might's statue with the sign put on it saying, I am not here, in direct contrast to All Might's signature phrase of I am here. This is truly heartbreaking as well. All Might, the symbol of peace, his entire life's work, he gave his life to be this symbol of peace, and now on his statue they're degrading it. They're degrading his message, his values. Then we get to a even more heartbreaking part of this chapter. In these next sequence of panels, we see Shoto in Endeavor's room, and Shoto is shocked to see his father crying, and whenever Shoto sees this, he bolts out of the room because he feels like he's walking in on a moment that he has no business seeing. But Endeavor screams Shoto's name for him to come back. However, Shoto goes and tells his family that Endeavor is crying, and as a result, Natsu and Fuyumi, along with Shoto, appear in his room, and they all sit face to face. Natsu asks his father why he's crying, and Endeavor continues crying while apologizing, saying that everything is too late. His regrets, guilt, everything. It's too late, and right now his heart is broken and he has lost his will to live. At this moment, I believe to all of our surprise, REI appears in the room carrying the same flower Endeavor used to bring her, and she asks Endeavor, your heart is what? Everyone is filled with a lot more regrets and guilt than you think, Endeavor. And Endeavor is shocked and asks why she's here. And REI answers and says she's here to talk about the Todoroki family. About Toya. And the chapter ends here. I must say this chapter was heartbreaking on so many levels. Firstly, we see the faith in hero society at an all-time low, and then we see Endeavor in such immense pain. It's just absolutely terrible. Endeavor for these past few arcs has truly been trying to make amends for his sins, for his past, but he believes now that since everyone knows the kind of man he was, he can never become the man that he wants to be. He'll never be able to make amends and to cover or wash away this sin of his past. We also now see the entire Todoroki family united for the first time this entire series, and I truly believe that they will leave this impromptu family gathering with more unison, more strength, more family ties than they did before. It's time for all the siblings to know the truth. It's time for Endeavor and REI to finally interact again, for Endeavor to, I guess, make amends in person on behalf and before his whole family. This chapter was phenomenal, and I love seeing more content on Endeavor, seeing the human side of these heroes, to see that they're not just a strong figure, but they're people just like us who suffer regret, who suffer pain, who truly want to fix things. And seeing this human side of Endeavor was phenomenal. Guys, if you liked the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll be pumping out new content throughout the week. So, as always, guys, I'll see y'all next time.